On the news tonight, Benue State government to provide additional land for construction of decent homes for IDPs. Plus, federal government committed to completing railway projects across the country. Good evening and welcome to Nta Makurdi News at 7. My name is Verem Iche. The Benue State government has provided additional land spaces for the construction of decent settlement homes for internally displaced persons across the state. Governor Hyacinth Alia made this known at a 2-day workshop to finalize the state action plan for durable solutions. Correspondent Elias Tiav reports that the governor was represented by the majority leader of the Benue State House of Assembly, Nta Tise.
Since assumption of office, Governor Hyacinth Alia has spared no efforts towards enhancing the welfare of displaced persons, including returning them to their ancestral homes. The partnership of the state government with the United Nations is to construct more befitting homes for displaced persons across the state. Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by the majority leader of the Benue State House of Assembly, Nta Tise, said the draft solutions will help the state and development partners to construct permanent homes for IDPs.
I am confident that the collaborative efforts we see here today will ensure the plan's effectiveness and longevity. Your dedication, attention to detail, and constructive input are critical to finalizing this document that will serve as a comprehensive framework to uplift the lives of our displaced persons and communities affected by displacement.
Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Anwar Sekunde, assured that the implementation of the durable solutions will commence with essential amenities.
Population of post-terrorists affected by the end conflict are equally displaced and seeking refuge in 17 LGAs. These populations have lost livelihoods, access to essential services, especially healthcare, education, water, sanitation, and hygiene.
Head of United Nations agencies in the state is optimistic that the facility will enable them live normal lives.
We dream of a Benue where communities affected by conflict are able to exercise their fundamental human rights and enjoy fostered community cohesion and peaceful coexistence, and able to utilize available shared resources for their economic growth and future aspiration through good governance and consolidated, effective, peaceful, peace-building processes.
The initiative is to be implemented in partnership with traditional rulers in the chosen communities. In Makurdi, Elias Etiaf, NTA News.
And from the National Assembly, the House of Representatives has invited the Federal Ministry of Environment, the National Emergency Management Agency, and the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency to brief Parliament on precautionary measures to safeguard lives and property in flood-prone zones across the country. Sequel to the motion of urgent public importance, lawmakers insist that flood alerts must be accompanied by proactive mitigation measures in view of recent prediction of heavy rainfall in 22 states and the FCT.
It is crucial that relevant authorities immediately implement strategies to mitigate the predicted disaster, including evacuation plans, provision of relief materials, and ensuring post-flood recovery efforts are coordinated effectively.
Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpem reports that the House passed for second reading a bill seeking the creation of a federal constituency in Nasarawa State.
That a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to carve out Nasarawa Egon Federal Constituency from Akwanga Nasarawa Egon Wamba Federal Constituency and other related matters be read for the second time.
Bill referred to the Committee on Constitutional Review.
And now the federal government is ready to adopt the green building solutions to tackle issues of climate change in Nigeria. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, gave the assurance while declaring open a 2-day engagement workshop with International Finance Corporation, Green Building Nigeria lead in Abuja. Francis Udojo has the details.
The minister expressed the ministry's commitment in collaborating with professional bodies and regulatory agencies in the built environment to ensure that it meets global standards. Ahmed Dangiwa disclosed that the inauguration was backed by Section 16, Subsection 1 and Subsection 2 of the Builders Registration Act, Cap B13, 2004, which guides the establishment of the tribunal, while acknowledging the responsibility of builders to construct safe and reliable structures that protect lives. The minister emphasized the importance of adherence to regulations and standards in the profession, warning about the catastrophic consequences of compromising safety. He expressed dissatisfaction with the recurring spate of building collapse across the country, citing the tragic incident which recently occurred in the Lugbe area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
In a profession like building, which directly affects the safety and well-being of our citizens, adherence to regulations and standards is non-negotiable, because you find that a small mistake will consume a lot of lives.
The tribunal is a part of the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, CALBON, empowered with the mandate of upholding the standards of the building profession as well as promoting public safety. Similarly, the Builders Disciplinary Tribunal is set up to take decisive action on issues relating to gaps in enforcement and professional diligence in the building industry. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
The National Association of Academic Technologists, NAT, has threatened to embark on an industrial action on the 14th of November 2024 if its demands are not addressed. The union, whose membership cut across all tertiary institutions, say the strike action is necessitated by non-implementation of its pressing demands, which include the non-payment of 5 months withheld salaries and minimum wage of omitted members from April 2019 to January 2020.
That despite the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's waiver and approval to pay 5.5 months salaries owed NAT members, the refusal to effect this approval raises more questions. Yes, it is true that federal government has set up the renegotiation agreement. We are still expecting that they should be able to call the unions.
Other demands of the union are implementation and renegotiation of the 2009 federal government and NAT agreement, delay in payment of earned allowances, and upgrading of public universities' laboratories, workshops, and studios.
The union, having reviewed the situation critically, decided to give federal government additional 2 weeks ultimatum with effect from 30th of October 2024. If at the end of the 14-day ultimatum, no positive response, the union will embark on a national protest which will culminate into a total and indefinite strike without recourse to government.
Meanwhile, union has directed all branches to, within a 14-day ultimatum, hold congresses and decide on the strike action, as it equally appeals to government to address the demands to prevent industrial dispute. The news continues after this timeout. Don't go away.
Hello there and welcome to Bliss.
Bliss is brought to you from the studios of the Nta Makurdi Network Center.
It is packed full with entertainment, gives you current affairs, information, and it is equally educative.
Yes, it is Bliss, a breakfast show on Nta Makurdi Network Center.
Now, at least we have a governor that we are seeing him applying our funds judiciously.
Yes,
it is the matter of also giving matching orders to the local government council that the money that you are getting, make sure that you applied it for the projects in your communities.
Give back to your community the little way you can. It could be showing your brother love.
We are doing a lot of sensitization. We go around to advise the people, inform the people on need to keep the environment clean, on need not to throw all this refuse on their drainages. But you see, people keep doing it.
some parents, because the father works, the mother too hustles, everybody is hustling, and you leave these little children unattended to. You have to be there for them.
On Bliss, we will make your day blissful with mouth-watering cuisines, topical issues, creative arts, do-it-yourself, captivating fashion, comedy, sports, and so much more. Bliss is so exciting, so educative, and so entertaining.
Bliss comes up on NTA Network Center Makurdi every Friday by 11 a.m. Don't miss it.
You're welcome back, and you're still on to the news at 7 on Nta Makurdi Network Center. The federal government remains committed to completing railway projects nationwide, providing a cost-effective means of transportation and boosting the Nigerian economy. Transport correspondent Ladi Bala brings us up to speed on the progress of these projects.
Nigeria's railway system, born before independence, suffered decades of neglect. But renewed efforts by the federal government is revitalizing the sector. The Tinubu administration prioritizes modernization, recognizing the importance of continuity. These various projects aim to provide alternative means of transportation and stimulate economic growth.
Rail is one of the viable options that will connect the whole country together.
There is no better time for the relevance of the railway transportation system in the country than now.
So far so good. I want to commend them, and then please let them and beg them to put on more efforts.
Some of the ongoing rail projects include Lagos-Kaduna, Kaduna-Kano, Kano-Maradi, Port Harcourt-Maiduguri, and Lagos-Calabar. What is the status of progress of work on the projects?
So far, we have started freight from APMT terminal to Ibadan on standard gauge. We have renovated the all narrow gauge from APMT terminal because we have two rail lines inside the terminal. From APMT terminal to Kano, up to Kano Inland Dry Port. When you look at the eastern corridor from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, at the time I took over as the minister, the project was just at the outskirts of Port Harcourt. We are able to fix it up to Aba. We have commenced the train service from Port Harcourt to Aba. When you came to the Lagos to Abuja, we have just signed an addendum with the CCEC so that they will raise the financing from Ibadan to Oshobo. And the project is one of the projects Mr. President has discussed with the President of China during FOCAC.
Many express concern over funding challenges which persist despite private sector involvement.
The hope of Nigerians to comprehensive rail network across the country is renewed with the efforts of the federal government to make the sector functional. In Abuja, Ladibala, NTA News.
And to end the news, a recap of the main stories. We brought you a report that the Benue State government is providing additional land for construction of decent homes for IDPs. Finally, we informed you that the federal government remains committed to completing railway projects across the country to provide Nigerians with a cost-effective means of transportation and boosting the economy. That's the news. For a quick security tip. Being security conscious is by reporting cases and persons of questionable character in your neighborhood to the nearest security agency. Be vigilant. Thank you for staying with us, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.